My name is Arthur. I've done all right for myself, made a fair bit of money over the years. Enough that I don't have to worry about bills. Let's put it that way. But all the money in the world can't buy what truly matters. My boy, Leo. He's my world. He was born with cerebral palsy. He's got a smile that could melt glaciers, but getting around, talking clearly, those things are tough for him. He uses a wheelchair, and sometimes his words get a bit jumbled, especially when he's excited or nervous. So, one Saturday, we were out. Just a regular father-son day. We decided to grab lunch at this little diner. Nothing fancy, just a local spot. It was busy, noisy, lots of families. We found a booth, and I helped Leo get settled. He was excited about getting a milkshake. Our waitress came over. Young woman, looked like she was in her early 20s, maybe. Tired around the eyes, like she'd been on her feet for hours, but she had a kind smile. Her name tag read, Sarah. Hi. There, what can I get for you folks? She asked, friendly enough. I ordered for myself. Then it was Leo's turn. He gets a bit flustered sometimes, especially with new people. I.W. want. Chocolate. Milkshake, he managed, his voice a little shaky, his hand twitching. Now I've seen all sorts of reactions. People who get impatient, people who look away, people who talk to me instead of him. It always stings a little for his sake, but Sarah? She didn't flinch. She knelt down a bit, so she was closer to his eye level. A chocolate milkshake. That sounds delicious, she said, her voice warm and patient. And anything to eat with that, sweetie? Leo pointed a slightly unsteady finger at the picture of chicken strips on the kids' menu. Those, he said, chicken strips it is. Excellent choice, Sarah replied, still smiling right at him. She made him feel seen, you know. Like he was just another kid ordering lunch. The meal went on. Leo, in his excitement, fumbled with his fork and it clattered to the floor. I bent to pick it up, but Sarah was there in a flash. No worries. Happens all the time, she said cheerfully, grabbing it, and then, without me even asking, she brought him back a clean one, along with an extra napkin. There you go, champ. But the moment that really got me, the one that sort of stopped my heart for a second, was when Leo's milkshake arrived. It was one of those tall ones, with whipped cream and a cherry. His eyes lit up. He reached for it, a bit too eagerly, and his hand knocked the glass. It wobbled, threatening to tip right over. I lunged, but Sarah, who was just turning away, somehow saw it out of the corner of her eye. She spun back, quick as a cat, and her hand shot out, steadying the glass just as it was about to go. Not a drop spilled. Whoa there, Speedy. She chuckled, her hand still on the glass. She looked at Leo, who was now looking a bit scared and embarrassed. It's okay, honey. These tall glasses can be tricky. How about I pour a little into a smaller cup for you? Might be easier to handle. And she did. She found a smaller, sturdier plastic cup, poured some of the milkshake into it, and gave it to Leo with a wink. Enjoy. I watched all this, and something just settled in my chest. It wasn't just that she was good at her job. It was the genuine kindness, the way she treated my son with such dignity and warmth, without a hint of pity or awkwardness. She saw him, not just his disability. When it was time to pay, I left a very generous tip, more than the bill itself. But it didn't feel like enough. As we were leaving, I saw her at the counter, looking a bit overwhelmed, tallying up checks. I hesitated for a moment, then I walked back. Excuse me, Sarah? She looked up, a little surprised. Yes? Did you forget something? No, I said. I wanted to thank you. Properly. For how you treated my son, Leo. A small, tired smile touched her lips. Oh, it was nothing. He's a sweet kid. It wasn't nothing to us, I said, and I meant it. You have a real gift with people. I fumbled for a business card. Look, this might sound a bit out of the blue, but what are you doing waiting tables? She looked a bit taken aback. Well, sir, I need the money. I'm trying to save up for nursing school. It's slow going, though, nursing school. It clicked. Of course. That compassion, that care she was. Meant for something like that. Sarah, I said, my voice a bit thicker than I intended. I own a few businesses. I also run a small foundation that helps young people get a start in fields that help others. I think we could help you. Her eyes widened. Help me? How? I want to pay for your nursing school, I said, quietly but firmly. Tuition, books, living expenses, so you don't have to work 3 jobs while you study. No strings attached. Just pay it forward someday if you can. Tears welled up in her eyes. Actual tears. She just stared at me, speechless for a moment. Sir, I don't know what to say. Are you serious? As serious as a heart attack, I said, trying to lighten the mood, though my own eyes were feeling a bit misty. You showed my son a kindness today that meant the world to me. And I believe people with your kind of heart should be out there, doing the most good they can. She started to cry then, proper sobs, and I felt a bit awkward, but also incredibly warm inside. The manager looked over concerned, but I just gave a reassuring nod. Long story short, we made it happen. Sarah went to nursing school. She excelled. She'd send me and Leo little updates, pictures of her in her scrubs, stories from her clinicals. Leo loved it. He'd dictate little messages back to her. She graduated top of her class. Today, Sarah is a pediatric nurse, working with kids who have complex needs. She's amazing at it, just like I knew she would be. Sometimes when Leo has appointments at that hospital, we see her. She always makes a beeline for him, gives him the biggest hug, and they chat like old friends. It wasn't just her life that changed. Seeing her thrive, knowing that a simple act of genuine human kindness in a busy diner could lead to so much good. Well, it changed me too. It reminded me what all this money is really for. Not for the fancy cars or big houses, but for moments like that. For connecting with people, for lifting them up, for making the world just a little bit brighter, one chocolate milkshake, one act of kindness at a time.